Look, at least we know what we want and we know how to get it. Now, how many people can say that?
Well, it doesn't last that long.
No, I couldn't recommend it, madam. Really, I couldn't.
Why not, Mrs. Armitage?
Well, we're overstretched as it is. Supervising a scheme like this would mean a big extra workload for everyone. Now, the whole idea will be very unpopular.
They will be giving sick people vital help.
With all due respect, madam, that is a matter of opinion. No drugs or medicines, you say? Our staff would find it very difficult to see how that would help. They find some of these addicts hard enough to handle as it is. The idea of dealing with them without sedation...
The method works, Mrs. Armitage, we know that.
Not always, madam. They did all that they could for that young nephew of mine. And that was in a clinic. This is a prison. And all the other things we have to think of, security and discipline to maintain. I could order my staff to do it if you insist, madam, but they won't be with me or with the scheme. It would have to be voluntary.
Very well, Mrs. Armitage. Thank you for being so frank. I'll bear your views in mind.
Very good, madam.
Anything new. It's like pushing a boulder uphill.
I'm sorry, but she did talk sense. I honestly wish it was the kind of thing we could do at Stone Park.
Come in. Has Dr. Mays told you about our ideas?
Yes, he has. But I don't see, though, how I can manage to combine my routine work with the added duties that the scheme will involve. Well, I'd like to volunteer anyway.
Mary, you are a breath of fresh air.
Well, I've seen girls like Emma Tapsell before, a friend at university. She was brilliant. I was told the other day that she's dying. It can't be right. I've done some group therapy work during my evenings off, and I'd like to help.
Do you think your staff would feel the same way?
Well, it's always difficult to make changes, especially when it means extra duties. But I'll work round the clock if necessary.
I'm very grateful to you, Mary. We'll certainly call on you as soon as we get started.
Thank you. I know you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, she's a great girl, but unrepresentative, I'm afraid. And you heard what even she had to admit about her own staff.
Charles, I don't think I've pulled rank since I took this job, but I'm sure I'm right about this. And if Peter Mays can reassure me that this scheme can be run without staff approval, I'm going to bulldoze it through.
Well, I know how much the scheme means to you, and naturally it means a hell of a lot to me too, but if that's the situation, you better drop it.
I hoped you wouldn't say that.
Above everything else, this kind of therapy needs dedication and enthusiasm.
But Mary Bates
But
has
Mary's
that.
just a drop in the ocean. We need that sort of eagerness from everyone. Without it, the thing would be a disaster.
I see. Well, that's that then.
Doctor, Emma Tapsell. She's slashed her wrists.
We're short-handed. We have to leave a lot of it to the nursing staff. Not that that should be any excuse.
I'm not blaming either of you. I blame myself.
I found this beside her bed, written on her temperature chart.
I'm a sick animal under a hedge. Nobody can't help me. I can't see nothing but black in front of me, and cold, and being alone, and being scared all the time. Thank you for trying with all the drugs and that. They don't work the way you mean. I think I could have loved someone a lot.
How is she?
It's okay, she'll be all right. But we only just got her to the theatre in time. Look, sister, had you any idea that she was as far gone as that?
I have a memo here for staff. It reads as follows. Today, Emma Tapsell, a young heroin addict, attempted suicide in the prison hospital. We failed her, as we fail all of them. A special drugs unit is to be set up at Stone Park using a new approach for which I have great hopes. It'll be hard and unconventional work on top of your other duties and with no extra pay. Nobody will be directed by me to take part in it, but if you wish to help as a volunteer, please sign your name on the sheet of paper below. Now, I want that pinned up on the staff notice board first thing in the morning. And I want Emma Tapsell's note pinned by the side of it.
It's a gamble. If it fails, you've shut the door.
They worked off their feet already. Excuse me, ma'am.
Volunteers, please sign the name here. We'll never volunteer, that's what the old man says.
He's right.
Here, Peg. What? Did you read this? No. Oh, it's too early in the morning. Come on, Chip. What you doing?
What about what your old man said?
He's not flaming infallible, is he?
I really think we're on our way.
You have got the staff on your side, and I wouldn't have given you much chance of that. But you've got a long way to go yet, and you haven't got Mrs. Armitage.
I believe this is the one occasion when I don't need Mrs. Armitage.
Come off all support drugs?
Yeah.
You must be joking. What are you trying to do? Save the health service money?
No, like I said, that part of it, the coming off the drugs, that's just to give you confidence.
I'm confident when I've had my trank. That'll do me.
But you've got to learn to stand on your own 2 feet. The important part is the talking together, the finding out.
The finding out. Yes, that's it, isn't it? I spy with my little eye.
Oh, come on, Magda, you know better than that. What I'm telling you is that here is something that has worked for other people, and I think it can work for you, too.
Well, don't do us any favours. It gives me a funny feeling.
Now, look, get one thing clear. There's nothing in this for me. There's nothing in it for Miss Bates. We've got enough on our plates without bothering with this.
Right then.
Well, then you just stick to your plate, Doc, because I don't see myself as a guinea pig.
Me neither.
You take away my support drugs and I'll scream so loud they'll hear me in Whitehall.
Yeah, we'll leave us alone.
Nobody is taking anything away from you. It's got to be your decision.
No chance. Gonna have somebody else.
Leave us alone.